Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what time it is, man. We back again, man. It's the top of the week, y'all. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's time for the Tuesday banger. It's time for the Tuesday banger, and I got one for y'all. Y'all know that, that's a lot. I got one, y'all already know what time it is, man. But like I always say, man, I got no problem staying on schedule, making sure y'all are locked every Tuesday with the great content. I have no problem doing that, man. As long as y'all can keep promising me y'all gonna stay y'all ass out the way, man. We must stay out the way, y'all. Why? Because we love our damn life, man. Everybody that's staying out the way right now, man, and watch me and live that type of life, man, I'm letting you know right now, you really care and value your damn life, man. When you're not staying out the way, you don't care about your life, man. You're just doing whatever you have to do. Like, your life doesn't mean nothing to you when you out there breaking the law and getting in trouble, man. I'm telling you, you're not thinking about loving your damn life. Guys that's staying out the way, man, we're going to keep loving our life. We're going to keep staying with our family. We're going to keep keeping our feet up, watching football every Sunday, not worrying about the damn police coming, kicking our door in. We're going to keep moving like that, y'all, because staying out the way is the best way to live, man. I want everybody to live that life. That life is a great damn life. You don't have to worry about nothing. Try to do it, y'all, man. Everybody that's 1 foot in and 1 foot out, like the Benny the Butcher album, y'all gotta learn how to stay out the way, man, period, man, because when you go to jail, man, it's a wrap for y'all, man. Your life starts over. Your life starts over right there because you go to a whole new damn world, man. I don't want that for y'all, man, so just stay out the way. That's it, y'all. Just stay out the way, period, man. But y'all already know what time it is, man. It's the Tuesday banger, man. We're gonna start the week off right. I need y'all to turn this one up for me right here, y'all. I need it to go up, man. Everybody that's new, I need y'all to share to every damn body, man. Share it out, man. Let's get the word out to everybody, man. Turn this one up for me, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Like, share, subscribe this joint, y'all. I need this joint to go up like this. Let's get it, 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 let's get it. Let's go. Y'all already know what it is, but I ain't gonna hold y'all up no more, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. And the story I got for y'all today is called Like Father, Like Son. Crazy situation, man. This is one of the craziest right here, man. This is my word. This was wild right here. But before I get into the story, let me just give y'all history on how it's been like at least out of my 16 years incarcerated when I was locked up, y'all. I'll say at least I ran across 5 groups of dudes that was locked up with their sons. Now, it could be more probably because I think it was a few in Lawrenceville too, but I ran across a lot of that, y'all. It happens like that. It's a crazy, wicked cycle that we all go through, man. Don't matter your color because it happens to every race. Like, the cycle is nuts that you'll be there and get in trouble. And you've been locked up so long. You had a child through the process of you getting into trouble on the streets. And you've been gone so damn long now. Now your son is old enough to come to the big house where you at, man. If y'all tell me that's not a sick cycle, man, what is it, y'all? Like, that's a cycle that we must break right there, because that's not a good thing right there, y'all. It's not a good thing that you're incarcerated with your son now, man. That go to show you I'm not even gonna say the people. It goes to show you how we put ourselves in these situations, man. They keep cycles like that going, y'all. It's a messed up situation, man. I never like seeing it. But seeing it in prison, y'all, I ain't even gonna lie, it was a wild thing, man. And a lot of dudes be cool, man, when it's like that, man. But this situation right here that I ran across was a maniac situation right here, y'all, when it came to a father and son, man. So I must share with y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. It's definitely safety first. We're staying out the way trade, man. These people I'm talking about are real psychos, and I don't want no smoke with these people. So I'm gonna give y'all the story, but I will not mention these 2 people's name, man, just for safety reasons alone. And you just gotta follow along and just hope that I still give y'all a banger, man. But this is something I really wanted to share with y'all because this is a crazy cycle that I saw mixed in with the whole predator stuff. It was just wild for me, y'all. So like I said, I'm gonna give it to y'all, man. But I'm gonna take y'all, man, to 2006. 2006, man. The beginning of 2006. We on Sussex 2 on this one, y'all. And I am in 3D pod, man. The pod where it's the only population pod, and it's everything else is segregation. The other 3 pods in the building is 4 pods in the building. The other 3 pods in the building are segregation. The whole. When they say segregation, that means the whole. So this is the time when I'm in 3D. So around this time, y'all, I'm in 3D, man. And like around this time right here, I ain't even gonna lie, y'all, I'm getting on a little bit, you know what I mean? I'm starting to touch a little bit of the bag slightly, you know what I mean? Even if I gotta buy my way in, even if I gotta, you know, make a play my damn self, like, oh, this is around the time where I had non-contact visits. And I had non-contact visits because I had a dirty urine. I had a couple of them shows. So my visits was gone for a whole year at points on when I was doing time on Sussex. So at this time right here, y'all, I'm kind of doing all right, man. I got a little job in the pod. I'm goddamn working the night shift, the day shift, whatever shift they need me. I get to roam around in the hole, move around, do a lot of different things. And it was just a time in my bid where I was kind of really feeling like I was bitten, and it was a good thing, you know what I mean? But like even being in there, having a good situation like that, like working, going in the hole, like it's always stuff that goes on around you that you witness through all this madness that you're around. You see it all the damn time, man. So like 3D was one of those pods, man, that was like a revolving door, because you got to understand, like, it was kind of different because it was only the only population pod in the building. So when it came to the sergeants, the lieutenants, and the unit managers, they would, of course, they have a job to worry about the whole building. But you know, the other 3 pods are locked down 24 hours a day. We're the only pod that's moving around like the regular pods in the other buildings. So they only really had to worry about us. So a lot of dudes would come in that pod, and a lot of dudes would be in and out that pod. It'll be like a revolving door. Like the guys I used to deal with, the guys I was rocking with, a lot of them went to the crib, a lot of them got transferred. So I was in the cell with a dude named E. That was from Lake Edwards, man. He was from Virginia Beach, man. And me and him was cool, but for the most part, I just was doing me in there. Like, I was just moving around doing what I was doing in there. Like, it wasn't about having a group of dudes. I was already in the 3D in the beginning with a bunch of dudes that I was from the town, and we was rolling around. But this time around it was dolo. Everybody slid, went to the hole. So it was just me in there. But around this time right here, though, it was like, goddamn, I can remember, man, the whole night shift, the shift that I used to work with, man, like it was a cool ass shift. I ain't even gonna lie, man. It was a dude from, I want to say he was from Hampton or Newport News. I can't remember his name, but he used to work the night shift, and his job used to be, he would take a lot of food to the people in the hole. Like, dudes would be able to pay him to take stuff to people in the hole, and that's all he used to do. He didn't worry about nothing else, and that's what he used to do. He used to be him. He used to be this white dude named Jake, and it was this old head named Toot, and it was me. We would be the 4 or 5 people that would come out, you know what I mean? But everybody else, everybody else who had jobs, they would be able to come out during the day. But at night shift, that's who doors were open. Those people I just named. So out of all those people I just named, me and Toot, the old head Toot, we was kind of like the only person that, you know what I mean, that was cool like that as far as when it came on a night shift. So Toot, crazy ass Toot, was funny as shit, man. He was an old dude. And dudes might know him, but I ain't gonna say his city. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say his name. I ain't gonna say his city because this will connect him to what I'm talking about to tell y'all about. But goddamn, Toot was wild though, man. Like, I used to build off Toot. I ain't gonna lie, because Toot used to just keep me laughing. Like, he knew a lot of information that used to happen on the compound. He was already somebody that been down already like 16 years already, you know what I mean? And he failed when he was already like 30, you know what I mean? So he's like almost 50, you know what I mean? Like, he kind of had a lot of gray hair, not a lot of gray hair in his head, but he wasn't super duper old, but like to me, he was like an old head to me, you know what I mean? I'm 23 years old around this time. So I used to beat off Toot, man. Toot was funny as shit, you know what I mean? He kept me weak. We used to laugh about shit, everything was good, so boom. Goddamn, I can remember one time we went to the child hall. And when we went to the child hall, goddamn, I'm talking to my homeboy, like, the child hall is like this, like coming from where we come from. We on the side where it's 3 building and 4 building. On the other side of the yard is 1 building and 2 building. Now, when we go outside, we can see the other side of the yard and do all that stuff. But when you go to child, it's a fence in the middle of where the child hall, we have a child hall on the outside, and there's a little fence right there, and you walk through the jump, the other door is just right there, and it's the other child hall. So when pods are being released from the child hall, it might be a pod from that side of the yard, it might be a pod from this side of the yard. So when we coming out, I remember I'm talking to my homeboy at the gate, because I see my homeboy that was in 2C with me and shit. Y'all know I'm a 2C guy. I've been over there forever, but this time, this is a little bit of years later. Now I'm in 3D. I see my homeboy, we talking through the gate. I'm like, yeah, so they blowing the whistle. Y'all get away from the gate. Y'all go back. Y'all build. I'm like, yeah. So everybody at the gate, when I look, I see goddamn old head Toot. Toot talking to a goddamn dude, man. All I know is, man, this dude goddamn will cut up like an eighth of dope. Now he won't super duper big, slightly like he had a little bit of weight to him, but like he wasn't a little dude at all. But I know he was black as hell, like, and you know, I just like that's what kind of made me like notice him because he was so damn dark. He looked like his ass was from Kenya at first, goddamn. When I seen his ass, how black he was. So I'm like, damn, he black as a bitch. So I see Toot talking to him, but like it ain't like, yo, what's up, nigga? Because you can put your 2 fingers through the gate. That's how dudes do. Like when we outside and we see somebody coming from visiting room, or you see somebody from another yard, like you can't dap a nigga up. You'll put your 2 fingers through the gate, and y'all niggas just, you know what I mean? So that's how dudes dap up in prison through the gate. That's what we do. So like I didn't see Toot doing none of that, like embracing him crazy, because he kind of like beside me a little bit. Like it's a lot of chaos going on, but I see him. So boom, we just so happened to dip back at the same time. So we going back. Boom, my homeboy that went up, my celly that went, like he a little bit ahead of me now. So it's just me and Toot. So Toot like, man, that shit crazy, man. I'm like, what happened? He said, man, that's goddamn, man, that's that man Green, man. I'm like, Green? I'm like, who the hell is Green? He like, man, shit, man, I'm gonna tell you, man. He be like, man, that nigga give me the creeps, man. He was like, he from my town though, but you know what I mean? I've been knowing him, you know what I mean? He was like, but he know me and him don't rock like that. Like he put it like, he was making sure he was putting insurance on their friendship, kind of like, yo, we cool, but like, it ain't like that, like that. That's how he was putting it. So, boom, I blew it off. I wasn't thinking about it, you know what I mean? We go back to the pod, boom, we go in the pod. We had Empire Rec go on. After Empire Rec, goddamn, it's late night now. Now it's time for the night shift to come out. So, boom, they let me in, goddamn, Toot, the bro from Hampton, goddamn white boy Jake, all us come out, we out there, everybody doing their job, because that's what we'll do first. We'll do our job, then we can jeff around for like an hour or 2, you know what I mean? Counting to like 1:30. They let us back out like 10, I think, or some shit like that. After 10 or 11, one of the two. But we got enough time to run around and do what we need to do. So when we out there and shit, that nigga got down too, like, man, hey Weezy, man, I tell you about this nigga, man. He was like, man, this nigga crazy as shit. I'm like, who? He was like, the dude I was talking to at the fence. I'm like, oh, what he talk about? He was like, man, this nigga say he trying to get in our pod. I'm like, for real, why you trying to get in our pod? He like, man, because the dude in cell 3, goddamn, I think, goddamn, he like the dude in cell 3. You know what I mean? So I had to think back, like, who the hell in cell 3? Because, like I told y'all, that pod was a revolving door on the low. Like, dudes are coming there and they went in last. Like, maybe they couldn't deal with just being the only population pod. I was cool with it because it was laid back. It wasn't a lot of trouble. It'll be trouble, but like you can avoid all the damn trouble if you a nigga that ain't gonna be in the damn way. So I used to like the pod. The COs rock with a nigga. The lieutenant was cool. You know what I mean? They didn't press us. They won't run him down. It used to be the maniac investigator. Now he's a psycho, but as far as the inside the building, that shit was sweet. So I'm like, the dude in cell 3, I can't even remember who in cell 3. He was like, look, goddamn, I'm gonna show you him when we come out tomorrow. He was like, you know who that nigga is. That nigga will always be at the table playing pinochle. I'm like, the nigga always be at the table. He sit right by the phones every damn day with the 3 white dudes. I'm like, man, I don't know who the hell you talk about, man. All I know is at that time we did have a homosexual in the pod, but that was only one. It was only one homosexual. It wasn't a lot of homosexuals. It was just one homosexual, and then he ended up leaving. And then another homosexual came in our pod, and then goddamn, he ended up sliding. So for the most part, I didn't know it was no homosexuals in there. But sometimes it'll be dudes in there that'll just be kind of like you know what I mean? They gay, you know what I mean? Like it's not really on the low, but they'll deal with somebody if the opportunity presents itself. So I guess that's what we talking about for the dude in cell 3. You know what I mean? So boom. I'm like, damn, I don't know who you talking about, bro. He was like, man, I'm gonna show you that nigga. That nigga look funny as a bitch. I'm like, man, yeah, you gotta show me dude. So boom, goddamn, the morning time come. Goddamn, he showed me dude when we went to breakfast. So when I see dude, now that I'm seeing his posture, his mannerisms slightly, like he does give me like signs of like he has potential of being a girly dude. You know what I mean? Like he looks like he has like it's in his rap sheet, but it's not there yet. Like the printing is there, but it's not really in his rap sheet yet, but it's close. You know what I mean? But I didn't even notice this in the pod because he's not one of them dudes that be moving around and like how a lot of the homosexuals do in prison. They some of them are loud and act like girls for real. You know what I mean? So I didn't see that out of him. So I see the dude. I'm like, oh, all right. So I still ain't paying no mind. So goddamn, we go outside rec. I see Toot talking to the dude Green again. You know what I mean? The black ass dude. I see him talking to him again when we on the yard. So when I see him talking, I still ain't paying no mind. This time when I seen him talking though, goddamn, two end up sliding from the gate once the dude that he was talking about that was in cell 3 came to the gate and started talking to him. So boom, he talking to the dude at the gate. You know what I mean? So see, goddamn, the dude green, like he kind of like, he looking like a goddamn old ass 1970 pimp on the low. He was one of them old head dudes. Like y'all know we had Scullies. You know what I mean? Y'all know how everybody wears Scully is flipped. You know what I mean? And you wear your Scully, pull it down. No, he used to wear his Scully kind of like he didn't want the flip. Like he just wanted it to come down on some cone head looking shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Just imagine if the flip wasn't in the Scully and you just pull the Scully down and that shit over your ears and your eyes. He looked like he had a reverse shiesty mask on the low. That nigga was looking old as a bitch. That nigga looked like an old ass 1970 pimp from the movie Goldie, goddammit. From the Mac, goddammit. I'm looking at this nigga because the way he talking to the, he might as well be a boy. That's what I was about to say, the dude in cell 3. He might as well be a damn boy because he's talking to this maniac across the yard. So he's standing there, he like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? The fence in front of him, and then a little bit of distance is our yard, and that's where the dude is sleeping in cell 3 is talking to him, man. He like, yeah, goddamn, look, I'm gonna be over there. They said they gonna move me over there. That's all I heard. I walked by, I heard him that. I looked at him, he's standing like this on some cool shit, Scully pulled down low. Yeah, they said they gonna move me over there and shit. Yeah, they say, yeah, I'll be over there and shit this week, hopefully. Yeah, goddamn, you ain't gonna move nobody in your cell, don't worry about that. Yeah. I'm like, this nigga a maniac, man. So, like, he's gay. So I didn't get my predator radar detector really didn't go off on the yard. Like, and plus I'm just being introduced to who this maniac was, you know what I mean? So, goddamn, I see him making this play. Goddamn, I go stand by the water cooler. The water cooler is by the gate where they open it up for it's time for you to leave. I'm standing right there too. Everybody be kind of standing by the gate when it's almost time. When they letting off the other yards, you'll see the other yards kind of like ready to go back. Everybody's be in front of the gate. So me and Troop standing in front of the gate. So when his dude yard get off and shit, we see him talking to the dude in our pod. Now I'm really seeing that dude is gay that he's talking to, you know what I mean? So as he's walking, talking to this dude, he walked past us, he go to his building, which he was in 4 building, you know what I mean? So he go to the building. When he go in the building, Troop was like, man, that nigga green, man. He said, man, I'm gonna tell you about this nigga tonight, man. He was like, this nigga wild as shit, man. It's a long story, Weezy, man. He was like, man, that nigga talking about coming to the pod. He was like, man, that shit ain't a good idea, man. I'm like, all right, man. I'm like, this shit crazy. So, boom. I go back to the cell and shit, you know what I mean? I tell my celly, I'm like, yo, I ain't even know the dude in cell 3 was goddamn a girly dude. I ain't know that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was like, ooh. And I tell him, I had to explain what he was like, oh, he is? He was like, I didn't know that either. So I break the story down to him. He was like, yo, that shit crazy. He was like, yo, the dude, that black ass dude chasing, that's all that is. I'm like, yeah. And that be something normal that happened in penitentiary. So that's why my predator detector didn't go off on this guy. Like, that's normal activity right there for someone to be in chase mode. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of dudes be gay and they chase. You know what I mean? They be chasing the homosexuals. That's what goes on in there, man. It's a scary situation y'all going there, man. So, like, I'm used to kind of seeing that, though. Like, it's sad, but I'm used to seeing that slightly. Like, dudes chasing. You will see dudes all over different 229 and over here doing this just to have a conversation or get freaky if they can. You will see all type of mess. So, like, to see him doing that, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn. So my son like, man, that nigga chasing. I'm like, damn, right. So boom, we come out. We go out in the night shift and shit. I see goddamn over here too. Like, man, shit. We sit down at the table and shit after we finish working. He like, man, that nigga crazy, man. He was like, man, that nigga goddamn, man, this nigga, bro, we was in power time, bro. He was like, man, this nigga goddamn, motherfucking goddamn violated the goddamn dude, man, the young dude. I'm like, he violated him? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, man, they locked him up for that shit. He was like, but goddamn, like, that nigga didn't give a damn. He was like, for real, he just wild. He was like, now, he said he been locked up a little minute now. You know what I mean? He said he probably been locked up like 24, 23 years or some shit like that. You know what I mean? I said, damn, he been gone that long. This is 05 we talking. I'm like, damn. He like, yeah, he been gone a minute. Like, he was locked up way before I was locked up. You know what I mean? Da-da-da. So he going in. He like, man, this man. I'm like, yo, he straight just violated a nigga on some like, this is, I said, I know that shit was crazy back in the day in prison. I said, I know that shit was crazy too, man. But you trying to tell me that this man just straight up goddamn took a nigga cheeks, bro? He was like, man, I'm telling you, man. He was like, look, goddamn. I said, so what, he conned a nigga and then like violate? He was like, nah, he ain't do it. He said, yo, this nigga was gay. He was like, nah, this nigga was gay. this nigga was gay. He said, man, this nigga was gay and he still violated him. He said he still violated him, bro. Like, I was like, so I'm kind of confused as he telling me the story. Like, damn, he was gay and still got violated. Like, how did that happen? He said, man, the nigga had a boyfriend already. He said, man, the nigga had a boyfriend, man. And he said, I used to run with the nigga, man. I ain't gonna lie. He was from my hood. I see him and shit. Goddamn, he was crazy back in the day. Nigga would kill your ass back in the day, goddamn it. He'll shoot the hell out your ass, I'm telling you. I'm like, man, so all right, so he was a killer. And what the hell happened? He was like, man, goddamn, this nigga goddamn chasing the hell out the goddamn boy. He said, man, the boy ain't like him. He said, but goddamn, he used to get the dope. You know what I mean? He said he used to get that dope and shit, and he ain't like the boyfriend. So he said the boyfriend and him always used to beef with him on the poker table and shit. Like they used to go at head to head, who got the most money and do this, basically showing off for the goddamn boy. Man, these niggas be fried, man. These niggas really be thinking they had a cellar party or a shot house some goddamn where gambling, competing with money in front of females. That's how fried it is in penitentiary, y'all. That's why I told y'all I never go. Shit real in there, man. Shit real, this nigga fried, but I'm locked in on this story though, this shit nuts. He like, yeah, man, goddamn. This nigga goddamn. He always compete, he hate the nigga, so he said he get the dope. He said the boy like the dope, but the boy don't like him. The boy done clapped him 1,000,000 times. He said, I used to run with him. He said, but like I ain't cut him all the way off because he get down in that world. He said, I just ain't used to run with him. And I'm saying in my head, I'm checking my predator radar detector on goddamn Toot ass, but no, it ain't go off, man. I got Toot telling me the truth on that. I hope it was the damn truth, but he like, yeah, goddamn, I ain't want to just cut him off, but when he did that wild ass shit, I fell back on his ass. I was like, what'd he do, man? He was like, man, the nigga tricked the dude to come in and jump with the dope, and goddamn, when he came in there with the dope, he violated his ass. I said, man, he violated. I said, why? He said, man, I don't know. He said, man, the boy went and told the police. He said the boy went straight to the police after that shit and told that nigga violated him. I said, what, man? He said, yeah. He said, man, they came in and got that nigga ass, and that nigga ain't never come back on the yard, man. He said, I used to talk to him in the hole when he used to be in the hole, and he said he did like a year in the hole. He said, after that, I washed my hands. And he said, now he back up here. You know what I mean? He said, man, that nigga, man, his whole family crazy. He said, man, he got a son that's locked up. He said his son used to be on Susses, goddamn, a couple years ago. You don't know him. I'm like, who his son? He tell me his son name. We gonna call his son Linwood. Goddamn, he was like, Linwood, you don't know him? I'm like, nah. He tell me where he from and shit. I'm like, nah, I don't know him. He like, yeah, that's his damn son. He was like, he is goddamn screw loose in his dumb ass too. He was like, his ass dumb as hell too. I'm like, so he know what his daddy do? I said, he seen his daddy. He said, nah, he ain't up here no more. You know what I mean? He said, he ain't up here no more. They sent him across the street. So I'm like, damn, so I don't remember him. But he was like, I heard he was in 2 buildings. So I still don't remember the dude. Like, I didn't remember the dude. So he just telling me about this whole family tree of psychos, predators, and I'm listening to this shit, y'all, and I'm like, this shit wild as a bitch. So he like, man, if he come over here, he gonna be trouble. I'm telling you, he gonna be trouble. And I ain't got time for that shit, Weezy, man. I'm like, bro, you ain't gotta rock with him, bro. Like, that man all the way in the game. I say he should respect that you ain't in the game. And you know what I mean? Like, he was like, nah, I'm just saying, like, down, he just always in this shit. He was like, but that nigga will stab you, that nigga will fight you. He was like, don't let that nigga age fool you. He was like, that nigga will kill you, man. I'm like, man, I ain't messing with that goddamn psychopath, man. He was like, man, that shit crazy. I don't want him over here, man. He was like, I'm gone, Weezy. That shit sounded like it broke his spirit of telling me this horrifying, this horrifying ass story, y'all. This man goddamn violated a dude that was already gay. Like, that was wild as shit. Like, he violated a dude that's already gay. Now I'm about to see him moving a pod with a dude that's already gay. So him messing with dudes that's already gay is like a red flag. Like, he's a psycho when it comes to this. So I don't know what he's capable of doing with this man he's about to move in the room with, y'all. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on. So boom. I'm like, this shit wild, man. So boom, I treated that shit like that shit ain't had nothing to do with me. So I wasn't really too concerned. It's just how everything just fell right in front of my eyes. Like, how does everything, this shit was crazy, y'all. But I'm treating it like it's nothing. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'm treating this shit like it's nothing. Like, man, I ain't fucking psycho violated a dude that was already gay just because he didn't want to mess with him. Like, that was wild. I never heard that one in penitentiary right there. That's wild. Like, niggas violate dudes that's straight, or sometimes niggas violate dudes that's on the verge of not being straight, and they sucking them in with shit. I didn't heard of that. You know what I mean? But like, to hear that he violated a dude, that was wild right there. I ain't even gonna lie. So boom. Goddamn, we come out the next day, you know what I mean? Goddamn, I'm seeing dude in cell 3. He's looking like a real psycho now. Now I see who he really is. So everything going crazy. Like it ain't crazy, but like I kind of got a feeling like how Toot got a feeling, but still though, I told you I'm looking at this shit like this shit don't got nothing to do with me. But to hear that he has a son that was locked up, you know what I mean? This was my second one that I ran across. So if I ran across one already, this would be my second one, even though this dude wasn't on the compound no more. So goddamn, the next day come. The night before, Toot still acting like something on his mind. I ain't even want to talk about that shit no more because I know it was hectic. So the next day come, y'all. We in the pod. You hear, I look. I'm on the phone. Who just coming in? I look. See the cart coming in. As soon as the cart hit the threshold, y'all. That's when that motherfucker went off. I promise y'all. That's when it went off. I'm on the phone. I'm like, I'm talking to my brother. He like, he talking. He like, yo, you hear me? I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, yeah, bro. I was like, bro, they just moved a freaking psychopath booty bandit in our damn pod. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, yo. He was like, you go? Like, damn right, I'm good. What kind of question is that? Damn right, nigga. Shit, but look, this shit nuts. I was like, bro, that's why my attention. Cause look, bro, when them niggas come around, bro, I be on point, bro. Like, I don't want nothing to do with them niggas. Y'all do y'all, I'ma do me. And that's how I carry. He was like, yeah, you good. I hang up, boom. Goddamn, get off the phone and shit. This nigga moving in cell 3. I'm like, damn, this nigga got the juice. I got the juice. I got the juice. I said, this nigga got the damn juice. This nigga loaded with juice, man. He come from a whole nother building into the cell with his baby. I'm like, this shit wild as hell. So he come in, boom. He come in and shit. Come in the pod. He put his shit up, boom, they cell right there, cell 3, he put his shit up. Goddamn, dude left out, let him get his shit together, then he came back in with the door wide open. All I see is a black ass nigga. Nigga black as a bitch, this is my word, nigga black as hell, he ain't got the scully on this time. Can't wear a hat all the time, goddamn. You ain't got the scully on this time. I see that black ass nigga, y'all, that's my word. That nigga, hey man, that nigga look like the goddamn Terminator on Terminator 1. And I ain't talking about when the Terminator had skin and he was Schwarzenegger, goddamn it. I'm talking about when the skin came off, he was just that goddamn robot. The red eyes, man, that's who that nigga look like. Man, that nigga look like the Terminator without his skin. Man, that nigga black as shit, and they got the red eyes at all time. That nigga smoke 1J, that nigga gonna look like goddamn, he done tooted some powder. That nigga eyes gonna be bloodshot as hell. Man, that nigga goddamn in the bed, nigga making his bed, but the door open though. But I look in that bitch, and nigga turn this way. I walk this way on the ass, y'all. Y'all already know. I ain't trying to make eye contact with that fucking psycho, boo. I went on a sled, goddamn it. I moved this way. Goddamn, he making his bed up. He come out and shit. Now he got the scully on and shit. He come out. He looking. He see Toot. Hey, Toot. Hey, Toot. Let me get some coffee. You got a shot of coffee up there, man? Toot standing on top tail. Toot sitting on top tail. Mine's like, Toot like, he like, let me get a shot of coffee. Goddamn, Toot come downstairs, get him a shot of coffee and shit. He come out in the pod, he go to the hot water jump, he standing over there, he letting it get hot, he turn around and start scanning the pod. I didn't see he targeted it or anything, but the way he turned around and looked at the damn pod, y'all, that shit was crazy. That nigga came with the hot water, he was like, he put his cup up, let that shit get hot a little bit more. Nigga turned around, started facing the pod, and it was like, that nigga was scanning that junk. I'm like, this nigga psycho. This is my word. Cell break. Let me in. I'm going to the damn cell, y'all. I slid. I'm like, man, I can't even. This the type of dude, like, I can't even do the sneaky look. Like, I can't even try to parentheo the nosiness and see what the hell is going on, because this man looks so damn scary in person, man. Like, when I seen him in the child hall, at the child hall fence and all that shit, I ain't pay that shit no mind like that. But this time, this nigga in the pod, this man look like the damn Terminator without a skin, man. This man look scary as a bitch, y'all. That's my word, man. So goddamn, I dipped. I went in the damn cell. I said, I'll just wait to get the hell with the hell Toot gotta say when we come out on the late night. Boom, we come out on the late night. This nigga Toot like, yo, man, this nigga, man, told you, man, this nigga gonna be wild as a bitch. I'm like, what happened? He said, man, this nigga called me to the door and asked me did I have some goddamn Vaseline. I'm like, some Vaseline? He was like, you didn't see him call me to the door when we came out? I said, nah, I was getting my bowl. He was like, man, this nigga called me to the door and asked that I have some Vaseline. I'm like, this nigga a psychopath. So boom, Goddamn. The whole time he was in our pod, I ain't even gonna lie. He was a predator. Like, that shit went off, man. Like, and my shit don't go off for no reason. I already know he was one of these old psychos from back in the day. Toot told me about his damn rap sheet, so like everything was adding up anyway. I was just keeping my distance watching this madness right here, y'all. So he was probably in the pod a couple days, man. He was rocking with the dude for like 2-3 days. But the whole time, I didn't know till Toot told me that he was messing with another homosexual that was over in 4 building where he came from. Now, they say he was in the cell with this homosexual and he left. You know what I mean? And they come over in the cell with this other homosexual that was in our pod. So I'm like, damn, this nigga just got down Bill Bellamy in this shit. This nigga trying to show a nigga how to be a player, ain't he? God damn, this nigga juggling boys. I'm like, man, this shit out of control, man. So the nigga Toot telling me all this info, like, yo, this nigga, he was over there, da-da-da. And goddamn, now it's somebody else that he trying to get over here, that him and the other dude that he used to mess with in 4 building used to be trying to goddamn turn out. They trying to get him over here. Then he said he gonna get it to end up getting the other homosexual that he was in the cell with in 4 building moved over here too. So I'm like, damn. He breaking this blueprint down to me like, and this is Predator blueprint right here, y'all. This is prime Predator blueprint right here that he's breaking down, man. They got a dude that was already gay, he was living with now. It was a dude in the pod. They was trying to turn out. Now they trying to get both. He trying to get both of them over here. This explains why every time I look up, he's in the sergeant damn face. So he's just one of those dudes, right? So I still ain't seen no maniac shit. So boom, goddamn. Next thing you know, the next day, goddamn, he get into it with the dude in his cell. You can hear that shit. That shit loud as a bitch. Now I slept in like 28. They slept in 3. So I'm like, I'm not too far from them from the top tier. But a loud conversation when it's quiet in the pod, you hear every damn thing. You hear him snap. Nigga, you getting out this goddamn cell, nigga. I'm gonna move my homeboy in here. I don't want your ass in here no more. If they can't find no other cell for your ass, you getting the hell out of here. I don't care where your ass gotta go. You gotta go to the damn hole. So niggas here, and you hear the goddamn boy like, I ain't going nowhere. His voice won't too crazy, but he like, I ain't going nowhere. I wasn't here first. So they argue. Next thing you know, you hear, and next thing you know, the argument stopped. Y'all. This is my word. They was like, oh shit. But he told me this black motherfucker was a psycho. Goddamn, Toot told me, so boom. We ain't hear nothing else. That shit got quiet. But we heard that goddamn 5-piece combo that. Then it was quiet as a bitch. Boom. We come back out for the morning rep. Niggas was waiting to come out. We come back out and shit. We look. We like, the hell going on? This nigga a maniac. Goddamn. You see the goddamn dude that was in the cell with him. He ain't getting ready to go to breakfast. He in the cell packing his stuff. I'm like, damn. We come out, we see the sergeant in front of the chow hall. We seen goddamn old head Green talking to the goddamn the sergeant. Like, damn, he beat the nigga ass and talked to the sergeant. Boom. When we come back, sergeant followed us from breakfast. We come back in the pod. Sergeant came in that jump, went straight to their cell. Goddamn, the dude that he beat up, who he smacked up, whatever the hell he did, he gave him a 5-piece McNugget with extra French fries. Whatever that dude did, or whatever he did in there, man. When the sergeant came to the jump, it wasn't no discussion about nobody fighting. It wasn't no discussion about none of that shit. That man grabbed his bags, put it in the box, grabbed his box, and he walked out the pod with the damn sergeant, y'all. I was like, damn, this shit crazy as a bitch. So boom, now he in the cell dolo. You know what I mean? Now he in the cell dolo, goddamn. So I guess this was part of his whole plan. Like, you know what I mean? This was part of his whole plan to kind of like, just let me get the 3D, then goddamn, we can live over there. We ain't gotta worry about all these maniacs. And when he get the 3D, he's gonna be around not a lot of dudes that ain't messing with them damn homosexuals. Now, when you in a building, there be dudes from the building that be doing it. We only had one pod, so I felt like that was his whole plan in the first place. I'm like, damn, this nigga a real psycho. That's why he's trying to get over here, because he rocked with the sergeant, goddamn, he been locked up forever. You know what I mean? So I'm like, this Predator a psycho. So goddamn, I'm cleaning one night, y'all. I'm cleaning one night and shit. And this nigga, he in a cell dolo, cell 3. So I'm sweeping the shit. Boom, I got the CD player on. I got the CD player in my back pocket. I got the CL20s on. And I'm zoning out, y'all. I'm listening to that Noriega, that NORE. I know it came out in 98, but it's still a classic. I'm banging that shit, that NORE Nori. And I'm banging that band from TV on. I get close to the cell. Dun, 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 dun. I looked. This nigga was looking right at me, y'all. Like, he was at the door like, I promise y'all, I said, I looked, I made eye contact with him, I shot the other way. If I can get away from his eye contact, I dipped with the broom. I was like, I took the CD player out, I was like, I cut that shit off. Put my headphones, put my shit over my neck. I'm like, make sure I ain't tripping, man. I go back angry this time, y'all. I go back by the broom like, he gone. He ain't around the door no more. He ain't by the damn door no more. I look. He come back to the door. She say, "Dah!" He said, hey, young blood. Hey, young blood. I look. He said, hey, you do me a favor. I said, what's up? He said, man, you give me some hot water. I'm trying to drink some coffee. I was like, I thought about it. But it wasn't a long thing. I was doing this like this because this is how my body, it was like a slow motion move. I didn't know whether to clap this predator or what. But don't talk to me, bro. Like, I didn't know what the hell was going on. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna remain cordial because I put myself in prison. So sometimes I'm gonna have to mingle around predators without being touched, without being messed with, without being disrespected. So shit like this gonna happen. So I said, all right. I looked at the CO, she turned her back. I popped the tray slot with the ID, because that's what we do. You pop the tray slot with the ID. I popped the tray slot. I went and got him some coffee. I made some hot water. I brought his hot water back. I put that shit on my whole time. I'm fighting that shit. I gave him the shit. I did. Got down, come back. I went up the steps this way. Got down too. He see me. I was like, yo, man. Goddamn, man, your crazy ass homeboy. Nigga just called me to the door. I'm listening to the music sweeping up. I look up, this nigga staring right at me, looking like the freaking Grim Reaper in the face. He was like, yo, that nigga, what do you want? I was like, man, nigga asked me to give him some hot water. He was like, oh, you good, man. That nigga, man, look, man, you good. I'm like, yeah, I'm good, all right. That nigga better stay his ass away from me, because you told me this nigga's a psycho, man. Like, so I ain't trying to have no contact with this maniac, man. He was like, yeah, so boom. That shit happened, boom, I won't trip it. I let that ride. The predator is still in the cell. Dolo, though, at this time. It's like he has mind control over the damn sergeants. So, boom, goddamn, next thing you know, motherfucking, we go outside on the yard. We on the yard, I see him talking to this dude, another black ass dude. This dude was dark, not as black as him, but black as hell too. He was like a dark black nigga too, but he's talking to him. He a little bit more shorter, got down. At that time, I didn't see no lookalikes, like they was related or none of this shit. But I started seeing him talk to this dude in the yard. All his attention used to go to the homosexuals at first when we on the yard. Now his attention is going to this dude that's on the fence, and this dude is all the way over in 2 building. You know what I mean? So I see him talking to dude, I ain't paying no mind. When we come back in the pod, the nigga 2 say, "Lo, goddamn, hey, man, that nigga's son up here, his son back up here." I was like, his son? He was like, yeah, that nigga was on Sussex 1. He said, goddamn, I told you he used to be up here, man, around the time you got up here. I was like, I don't know who you talking about. He was like, I'm gonna show you him, man. But he was like, he was on Sussex 1. He said, goddamn, he stayed charge free for a year over here, and they sent him back over here. So now he back over here, back in 2 building. I said, so that's his son he be talking to? He said, yeah, that's his son. I said, man, I'm too burnt. Look, I said, man, both of their ass look fried. I said, this shit crazy as a bitch. I said, man, this shit wild as hell. So he like, yeah. I'm like, damn. I'm like, man, I wonder if he know his daddy, like, all the way psycho. He got to know if he already been bitten. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, he had that nigga before he got locked up, man. He was like, man, he never was around. Dude been locked up his whole life until he got around him when he came to prison. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, just imagine that, y'all. That's a wild situation right there. Just to never be around your father all the way up until you see him behind bars. Prison is a scary situation. It brings scary scenarios like that to y'all. That's why I'm bringing y'all this scary story, for y'all to understand what really lies in damn prison. Shit like this lies in prison, y'all. You see crazy shit like this. A damn daddy and a son in the damn same jail, man. This shit wild as hell, man. But let's get back to the story. Goddamn. To tell me all that shit. I'm like, damn, that's his son. I was just wild, like, damn, his daddy a whole maniac. His daddy just came in his junk, goddamn, finessed a dude to get in the cell, goddamn, freaking violated him a million times, got him out the damn cell, and now he trying to get some other people over here in the damn block. So I'm like, this shit wild as hell. So I'm like, he probably gonna try to get his son over here. That'll be Tu's like, shit, you think he ain't? I'm like, man, I was like, that shit wild. He's like, I'm gonna show you him, man. You know him. He was like, he a wild little boy too. He a wild little young boy too. I'm telling you, man, y'all about the same age. He was like, you probably know him. I said, man, you gotta show me him, man. You gotta show me him, man. So boom, I ain't paying no mind all the way up until the next rep. When the next rep came, y'all, boom, we go outside. Goddamn, went outside for that first rep. And I went out there. And this time when I went out there, I don't know that if he was going to property or something, because he had just got up there, and sometimes your property come late. So when you just get on the compound, you might do a lot of roaming around on the boulevard. Sometimes they call you for medical, they call you for property, they call you for a bunch of things. So this time we coming on the yard, walking on the boulevard, he's on the boulevard. So he's on the other side of the yard, but he done came way down by the gym with medical and shit. And he right there, when we about to go on the basketball court, you see him talking to the goddamn old head predator. And he talking to him, and when I hit the corner and I see him, I get a good look at him, y'all. And I see him, I'm like, and this is what I'm saying in my head, I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh, I know dude. I was like, man, I know this dude, man. He was in 2C, man. I know this nigga, man. But you gotta stay tuned, man. Part 2 coming, y'all. Y'all know I ain't gonna leave y'all hanging, man. Let's get it.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes.